Welcome to LFN News, a production of LFN Media, bringing you the latest in celebrity news, with specific analysis to keep you in the know of what is going on around you. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of our upcoming videos. We also encourage you to share your comments in the comments section below and let us know what you think about the issue under discussion and any other issue you may want us to discuss in the future. Following his conviction this week on counts of racketeering and sex trafficking, R. Kelly was sentenced to 30 years in prison, and his attorney said Friday that she was saddened to learn he had been placed on suicide watch at the federal detention center in New York where he is currently being detained. However, the famed R&B singer is not suicidal, according to attorney Jennifer Bonjean, who also said Kelly had been concerned about being placed on suicide watch. The irony of putting someone on suicide watch when they're not suicidal is it actually causes more harm, Bonjean said. MDC Brooklyn is being run like a gulag, Bonjean said. My partner and I spoke with Mr. Kelly following his sentencing. He expressed that he was mentally fine, was behaving appropriately and was eager to pursue his appeal. Later, Kelly's counsel asked for a temporary restraining order and launched a lawsuit. The Metropolitan Detention Center of Brooklyn, its top officers, and the U.S. government are all named as defendants in the case. The complaint claims that when Kelly's attorneys phoned the prison facility to inquire about his status after his sentencing, staff members laughed and were exceedingly disrespectful, repeatedly hanging up on them. Kelly is seeking an unspecified compensatory and punitive damages, though the docket suggests Kelly is seeking $100 million. Bonjean quoted a prosecutor as saying the jail's legal counsel had told her that per the psychology department, Kelly is on a psych alert for various reasons, such as age, crime, publicity and sentencing. It's punishment for being a high-profile individual. And it's horrifying frankly, she said. To put someone under suicide watch under those conditions is cruel and unusual when they don't need it. MDC Brooklyn has a policy of punishing high-profile inmates by placing them under the harsh conditions of suicide watch even though they are not suicidal, Jennifer stressed in the lawsuit. Suicide watch inmates are often housed in a single, basic cell that is frequently observed by prison authorities. These prisoners often wear tear-free smocks and sheets and are forbidden from shaving, bathing, or using utensils when eating. According to a CNN report, the Bureau of Prisons declined to comment on Kelly's confinement, but said the agency is committed to protecting all inmates' security through humane methods. For safety and security reasons, the Bureau of Prisons does not provide information about conditions of confinement, or internal security practices for any particular inmate, BOP spokesperson, Donald Murphy told CNN. The BOP is committed to ensuring the safety and security of all inmates in our population, our staff and the public. Humane treatment of the men and women in our custody is a top priority, he stressed. When rich financier and convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein committed suicide in his Manhattan jail cell 3 years ago after being charged with molesting scores of young girls, federal officials came under intense scrutiny. Epstein had just been taken off suicide watch in the days before his death. Jennifer Bonjean, however, insists her client's Eighth Amendment rights against cruel and unusual punishment are being violated in federal custody at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. R. Kelly has been placed on suicide watch for purely punitive reasons. Here is how some of R. Kelly's fans reacted to the news of him being placed under suicide watch and his subsequent suing. Patricia says, "It is so unfair to place someone on suicide watch when they are not suicidal at all. This is a move to impose harsh conditions on the singer when under confinement. We are all aware that inmates who are placed on suicide watch are placed under harsh conditions that include being placed in a tiny cell and being deprived of their basic rights like bathing and shaving. This is so unfair and R. Kelly is right to sue. The Metropolitan Detention Center should be forced to take R. Kelly off the suicide watch and pay for damages immediately." Austin says, "These detention centers are known to have double standards. R. Kelly is an innocent man that should not even be in jail in the first place. Why would anyone think that he would want to take his own life? I am confident that R. Kelly will appeal this unjust sentence and walk free in less than a year, and am sure he too knows that. For anyone to assume that he can take his own life is a mere insult. These people should be sued for damages, and they should get the man off the suicide watch and out of those harsh conditions immediately. I trust his lawyer to do a good job at this, and am sure the detention center will pay for their malicious actions in due time. Dylan says, I was in court during R. Kelly's sentencing and I saw how he reacted to his sentence. He is a very wise man. He was very calm and composed. He was confident, as though to confirm he is sure he is getting out of jail soon, because he too knows that the whole trial and sentencing itself was completely unfair. We are all believing that the appeal will come out in his favor, and it was also evident on his face. This is not the kind of man that would take his own life. R. Kelly has gone through a lot in his life but has never confessed, or even shown signs of being suicidal at any one time in his life. Why would the federal officials think he would take his own life now? This is a mere insult and a ploy to place the R&B king under harsh confinement conditions, and this will not be tolerated. His lawyer was right to sue immediately, and they are going to pay for their inconsiderate actions. Brittany says, these detention centers are fond of treating inmates unfairly, especially when they are black. My sister was put under harsh conditions when she was under confinement with no justification. It is good that Kelly's lawyer has gone on to sue, since this will teach them a lesson to stop their double standards. R. Kelly is an innocent man that will be out of prison soon. Why would he be suicidal, and has he shown any such signs? This is wrong, and they should pay for their wrong actions. That's all we had for you today. Thank you for watching LFN News, a production of LFN Media, giving you another view of issues at hand. To get notified whenever we post a new video, subscribe to this channel now and hit the notification icon. And remember to give us your comment on the subject matter below.